Miguel Oliveira, a rider of extraordinary skill and grit. He left the safety of KTM to join the satellite Aprilia team, but this move is not without its challenges. 3, in fact, and they may prove to be the most critical hurdles of Miguel's career. So why are so many people buzzing about this move? The answer lies in one simple word: last season. But as any true racer knows, last season means nothing when you're tearing down the track at breakneck speed. Join us at MotoGP Thunder, where the rumble of the engines is our heartbeat, and the thrill of the race is our reason for being. If you're a newcomer to our channel, don't forget to crush that like button and subscribe to our community. Here we bring you all the latest news and untold stories from the high-octane world of MotoGP. So what can we learn from the experience of MotoGP racers like Jorge Lorenzo, Valentino Rossi and Casey Stoner? Well, one thing is clear: changing manufacturers is not an easy task. It requires a lot of adaptation and adjustment, both on the part of the rider and the bike itself. And that's exactly the challenge that Miguel Oliveira is facing as he moves from KTM to RNF for the upcoming season. With 5 Premier Class wins under his belt, he certainly has the experience and skill to help his new team progress up the grid. But it won't be easy. The key, as Oliveira himself has noted, is to find a way to merge his riding style with the capabilities of the new bike. This takes time and effort, as he and his team work to understand what the bike can do, when he needs to change, and how they can work together to achieve success. It's a process of meeting the bike and making the bike meet you. And while it may not be easy, it's a challenge that Oliveira is ready to embrace. With more track time and a determined spirit, he's confident that he and his team can rise to the challenge and make the most of this new opportunity. Let's take a moment to analyze the situation that Miguel is currently facing. You see, Miguel is planning to ride last year's bike, a bike that only managed to win a single race against other 2022 bikes. Now here's the thing: for 2023, every manufacturer is set to release improved machinery, and the same 2022 Aprilia that Miguel is planning to ride will have to face even stronger motorcycles, including Aprilia's brand new RSGPs. Now this begs the question: if Miguel's bike could only win one race in 2022 with the skilled hands of Aleix Espargaro, how capable is it of winning again in 2023? The competition is only going to get tougher, and the challenges ahead will be greater than ever before. This is a prime example of the importance of continuous improvement and evolution. It's not enough to simply rest on your laurels and expect to keep winning. You have to be willing to adapt, to innovate, and to put in the work required to stay ahead of the game. Only then can you hope to rise to the top and achieve greatness. Now, it's not just about Miguel's competitors running faster on their 2023 bikes right out of the box. It's also about how these bikes will continue to benefit from further development throughout the season. Now, the Noailles factory has made it clear that they're going to be focusing on improving the bikes of Mavericks and Aleix, and not necessarily the older horses belonging to Miguel and Raul. And that, my friends, is where the real challenge lies. How can Miguel and Raul keep up with the competition and ensure that their bikes receive the necessary attention and development to stay ahead of the game? It's a question that requires careful consideration and strategic planning. It's about identifying the areas of improvement, setting clear goals, and working tirelessly to achieve them. Now, this is a serious issue. We're talking about the lack of concessions, my friends. You see, Aprilia experienced great success last year, and as a result, they lost the development concessions for 2023. What are concessions, you ask? Well, they're a kind of help that Dorna provides to slower teams in order to help them catch up to the field. When you have concessions, your team is allowed to do extra testing, and even more importantly, the team can run up to 9 engines for that season. But now, because of Aprilia's loss of concessions, Miguel will only have 7 engines at his disposal. And it gets even worse, my friends. The same 7 engines will have to do 50% more race mileage than last year due to the introduction of sprint races. And what does this mean? This means that the factory might have to detune Miguel's engine in order to finish the season. Miguel, a 5-time Premier Class victor, dominates the field when he wins, leaving his competitors in the dust. His lightning-fast pace in the Valencia testing was unmatched, quickly adapting to the RSGP. It's evident that Miguel possesses the skill and tenacity to conquer any challenge thrown his way on the right weekend. witnessing Aprilia's CEO, Massimo Rivola Romano Albiciano, and team manager Wilco Zeelenberg speak about Miguel's potential, you can almost feel their belief in the Portuguese racer's abilities. Despite not having the latest iteration of the RSGP, the team is determined to ensure Miguel's bike is as competitive as possible. And if possible, they plan to add some of the upgrades of the factory bikes, further fueling Miguel's ambition to achieve greatness. Miguel Oliveira, the rising star of the 2023 season. Just how far will Miguel soar? Thank you from everyone here at MotoGP Thunder. As always, stay tuned as we bring you the latest news and stories from the world of MotoGP. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action. Until next time, stay upright and keep the throttle wide open.